Yo, what's up, guys? Lorenzo here. Buon pomeriggio, guys. Good afternoon. Okay, just a short vlog for today. I wanna share, not newly discovered, but he's a filmmaker that that I artistically admire because of his works. Um, Meaning, he creates stuff that is beyond the norm. No, it's not Gaspar No, although he's one of them. Okay, this guy, he's an interesting dude. His name is Harmony Korine. Okay, if you haven't heard about him, this guy, how do I describe this guy? This guy is pretty cool. Um, and the way he just does his movies is, let's sum it up. It's like an acid trip. Okay, it's like you're tripping on acid, or you're high with marijuana, or a little tipsy from the alcohol. That's what his films feel like, and it's kind of like, it's like Jackass on steroids. Okay, that those were his earlier films, like I think Trash Humpers or Gummo, those type of films where you have an individual in wearing casual, wearing a grandpa a grandpa mask, old and gray. He goes to a trash can and he starts humping it like uh, an insane dog. That type of film. But it's not his films. It's not meant for a lot of people, But there's, of course, there's a little art in it. There's art in every work that he does, and which is good. His works mostly provokes people, and I think that is what strong art is. It does provoke, gets people pissed off, disgusted, offended. You know, there's a certain market for that. Believe it or not, in the artsy world. And this guy's kind of cool because I really dig his film Spring Breakers. Okay, the one of James Franco and the High School Musical girls wearing bikinis and machine guns, robbing people. In neon lighted Miami, Florida. It's pretty interesting. I that movie I dug, and I just really like it because of its pure honesty and truth, and just how it's made, the colors, the cinematography by Benoit Deby. Okay, he's a French dude. I don't know if I pronounce his name correctly, but no, not French. He's a Belgian cinematographer, but he's also the same cinematographer for Gaspar Noé. I really dig his lighting. I think it's truly different. And yeah, he did Spring Breakers. Then he did the Matthew McConaughey one, the stoner comedy, the Beach Bum. I just love his films. It's like you're enjoying the moment. You're seeing, it's like memories. And beautifully made and entertainingly. The images are just entertaining. It doesn't have a story. Okay, it's like he makes random stuff, but it's not just random stuff. It makes you. He creates images, moving images that just sticks with you. Like the beach bomb. Every frame. It's amazing. It's amazing, entertaining. See, I mean, that's a good example of an art film that I do adore. It's not boring. It's not slow. It doesn't make you sleep or use your phone, or it's it's really interesting. I don't know how it works, but it just does. And it's not in the norm, but it does work. So, how weird is that? It works for me. So, yeah, then wow, and then he did two right now recently, weird ass films. Okay, I don't know if I would call it a film, because the first one he did was Aggro Drift, where the whole picture is in infrared colors, like the ones you see in X-rays, or night vision goggles. That type of film. And what's it about? It's Jordi Mola, the guy in Bad Boys 2, the villain, the one who played Johnny Tapia, that accent. He's the main character, and Travis Scott. It's a crime film about mercenaries in I think Florida, I think Miami. I'm not sure. Yeah, Miami. Yeah, it looks like it because of the infrared stuff. But wow, pretty trippy to see it, and I think it's best for you to see it when you have high dosage of alcohol. Nah, I'm kidding. Just when you see it in an artistic way. Don't take it too seriously. Maybe you'll see the meaning of it. And the other one is weird. Baby Invasion. It's a story about a group of mercenaries, in wearing black jackets, hoodies, and they have facial avatars that represents a baby. That's why it's Baby Invasion, where they go into a rich neighborhood, specifically in mansions, and they break in and kill all the billionaires and steal and have fun and have fun with all their stuff. It's pretty sick, but wow. Though I mean, it's a different type of film. I don't want to call it a film. I think it's more like a online Twitch gaming style. I don't know. I don't know how this generation is evolving, but I'm still trying to understand the progressive times. So we gotta adapt to these things. But Harmony Korine said, the future is on YouTube, the future is online, the film industry is dying, it's all online, TikTok, all in the internet. All these kids that don't actually work or study, they can just make stuff and produce stuff in YouTube. They get the views, the million views they earn. I think that's the future of filmmaking. I don't know. It's kind of sad and exciting at the same time because you don't know what to expect. Hearing all these apocalyptic second coming of Christ stuff from and the news about the never-ending war. But I don't know. Times are pretty much exciting. So, anyways, that's it, guys. Harmony Korine, another dude I admire. Check out his films: Spring Breakers, The Beach Bum, Agro Drift, Baby Invasion. Crazy films, man. Trippy. It's like an acid trip. So, anyways, that's it. I'm gonna share with you others on the next day, in the following days to come. So that's it, guys. Good afternoon. Exercise, eat well, and pray to the Almighty always. So, ciao. Gotta bounce, guys.